There is a specific kind of person who appears to handle everything without effort. They are the ones who never ask for help. They take on the role of the listener for everyone else, solving crises and maintaining a calm exterior, while the responsibilities of others are added to their own. To the outside world, they are the picture of stability, consistently repeating the phrase, "I'm fine," as they move from one task to the next. Beneath that capability, a profound emotional fatigue begins to settle, a weight that accumulates when there is no outlet for one's own struggles. This brand of strength is often a learned survival mechanism. It develops in those who realized early on that they had no choice but to carry the load alone. This constant drive for responsibility is frequently fueled by the fear of what happens if they let go, the possibility of needing someone and being met with disappointment. Silence becomes a shield against the belief that if they finally reached out, no one would actually show up to help. Because they have mastered the art of hiding their struggle, their community often mistakes the absence of a complaint for the absence of pain. Psychologists identify this compulsion to avoid support and handle everything in isolation as hyper-independence. The body eventually registers this suppressed emotional weight. It manifests as chronic exhaustion, causes frequent and persistent headaches, or a sudden need to cry. Human beings have a finite capacity for internal pressure. When that burden is carried in total silence, it eventually leads to physical and emotional deterioration. Hyper-independence functions like a one-way valve. The individual pours energy into those around them, yet reflexively deflects support directed back at them. This barrier is maintained by deep-seated fears, the fear of being a burden, being controlled, and facing rejection. This defensive posture often originates in a past experience where help was needed, but no one was there to provide it. Children whose emotional needs were ignored often learn that asking for support is a futile effort, a habit that follows them into adulthood. Similarly, those who were punished or mocked for showing emotion learn to instinctively hide their sadness behind a mask of capability. Others find themselves forced into caretaking roles far too early, leading to a life where receiving care feels unfamiliar and even shameful. Common phrases like, "I can handle it myself," act as protection. They are walls built by childhood wounds to keep the nervous system safe from vulnerability. This creates a unique isolation. The person is constantly surrounded by people who rely on them, yet they lack a single safe space where they can lean on someone else. Their consistent reliability makes their internal pain invisible. Because they always seem fine, the people in their life continue to add to their load. This loneliness hides behind high productivity, a false sense of maturity, or a constant stream of jokes. This mask protects against rejection, but carries a heavy price. It prevents them from being truly seen or understood by those they care for. Islamic tradition acknowledges that human beings were created for interdependence. We are designed to rely on community, mercy, and our connection to Allah. This is the essence of tawakkul. It is a humble trust in the divine that stands in contrast to the isolation of total self-reliance. The prophets provide a clear example that vulnerability is part of the human experience. Prophet Musa and Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon them, both faced profound grief and exhaustion, and they sought both divine and human support in those moments. Genuine patience is distinct from silent self-destruction. For the hyper-independence involves actively seeking the help Allah provides through therapists, medical professionals, and trusted friends. Spiritual strength is found in the courage to admit weakness and accept the human support that Allah sends our way. For the hyper-independent, the act of asking for help feels like an immense risk. It often triggers a physical sense of discomfort. Healing involves the careful process of identifying safe people and testing vulnerability in small, manageable steps. It takes significant effort to shift from the familiar role of the giver to the unfamiliar and often uneasy position of the receiver. Admitting a need for support is a natural part of being human, and it exists alongside your inherent value. You have the right to rest without guilt. You are allowed to be tired and to lay down the burden before you reach a breaking point. True strength involves knowing when the weight is too heavy and choosing to seek help. If this helped you understand yourself, subscribe to Mind Axis with Aqsa for psychology explained through Islamic wisdom.